Hello everybody, my name is Bobbie Richardson. I am going to be doing a general reading today, an energy update. Felt a pull to do this. I haven't been doing these for the last couple of weeks because I was totally inundated with bookings with my psychic readings and my intuitive counseling sessions. So I've met such amazing, wonderful people in the last couple of weeks, and I am so grateful and so honored to have been part of that, and to be able to share my gifts as well, to ignite others and their gifts too. Hey Matthew, yeah, it's been a while, right? So yeah, I've been so busy, and that's just the way it is. And something had to drop, so these readings, general readings, kind of took a little dive over the last couple of weeks. I still kept up the videos, so I've got a new beautiful video coming tonight. That's 8 p.m. AEST time, Brisbane, Queensland, Australia time. You're feeling amazing. That's so cool. Yeah. And so I just decided, hey, Annika, I just decided to come on live. I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not because I'm a little bit later than I usually come on live, and just jump into some general readings and also an energy update of what's happening at the moment with our energy, because it's full on as usual. I mean, it's been full on for the last 2 years, so like it's not slowing down, but it's working. Everything's going the way it should go. Hey, Sandy. Yes, so the first thing I'm going to start up about is a channel message that I got through for the energy of this moment at present. And I got this a couple of days ago, but it's still relevant. Hey, Hassan. So yeah, we've got Facebook and YouTube going at the same time here. So some people are from Facebook, some people are from YouTube, just to let you know. Yeah, and the message that I got was to do, the big word at the moment was trust, but it was trust on, there was 3 different levels that it could be expressed or experienced, depending on where you are in your soul evolution. So they showed me 3 different ways. The first way was, let's go from the bottom. Well, what I would perceive the bottom up, it shouldn't be the bottom up really, but the powers to be that are clinging on to everything that they're doing, they are going to be reflected with all of the distrust that they have within themselves. They're going to start to see people waking up in their sector as light workers, and they won't know who they are, and they're starting to feel this distrust of their mates, their inmates, the people that are working with them. It doesn't matter if you are if you're carrying out orders from those people or whatever, if you're in that vibration of still holding on to the old program and trying to create that old program as being relevant in this world, which is falling away, then there's this immediate, with this new energy coming, you're going to have immediate distrust of everyone that's around you and feeling. And that's because it's to reflect it back to you. What part of them are they not trusting? Because even they are, at a certain time, many of them can wake up as well, right? So we want as many people to wake up as possible with all of this, finding balance within themselves again. So that was one message. And then trust on another frequency, which was the ones that reflected back with exactly what they are lacking within themselves. Now, I go back and forth from this one and the next one that I'm going to talk about. So there can be a person coming up to you that makes you feel really bad about who you are, and asking with this new energy to use it to purge what you aren't supporting in yourself. So if someone comes up to you, tells you something about you that you really think it's really evil, or you think that they're mean or whatever, then to take that statement, that whatever story that they're saying, turn it around back onto yourself and ask yourself, what are you not supporting within yourself that you had that reflection, so that you can fill that hole for yourself. So if it's to do with, say, for instance, your body image, and someone says that you're not a pretty person, then to turn it around and see what are you lacking within yourself that you don't feel you're good enough in your own body image from your own mind, and then fill that hole up with, I am supporting myself. So there's a new reflection back to yourself and trusting who you are. We need to start to trust who we are fully and support who we are fully. That's what the energies are asking us to do at the moment, because eventually what is the next step for this would be to trust yourself so much that you are going to take this proverbial leap off a cliff into the unknown. We don't know where, you don't know where you are going to go, but you do know you support yourself 100%, which means the universe supports you 100%. So you have trust of the universe supporting you, so you can jump off this proverbial cliff into creating your new experience, your new story, your new energy. And when you take that jump off the cliff, you create it as you go. So you're trusting your intuition to come through you and to be able to teach you as you go the next step, which makes you happy. Which story are you wanting to create, instead of creating from the old program, which is the logical mind, only grabbing from the past and projecting into the future. That is falling away, because we're no longer listening to that story anymore. It's an old program. It's kept humanity in a victim mode. That is all falling away. We're now learning with these new energies to literally trust our guidance, our soul as the observer of our reality, to jump off a cliff into this unknown vortex, right? So, hey everybody, so good that so many are online. Beautiful. So Sandy, Hassan, Liz, Amy from YouTube, Maria from YouTube. Really good to see you guys. Free speech warrior. Hey. Yes, so this is one of the big, powerful messages that I've been receiving recently. So there's these 3 ways of trusting, and which journey are you on? Which one are you on? Each one are relevant for the energies that are coming at us at the moment. Just depends how we're interpreting them. What part of our evolutional soul level are we on to be able to take that and use it to our advantage? And there's no wrong, no right. We're just awakening. It's been used to awaken us into these higher frequencies of balance again, because the whole purpose of this big breakdown of everything is to find balance within oneself, support who we are fully, come from the fact that if we are here and we are living, then we deserve to have the best possible life ever, and we can create that from our own self-support as the universe reflects it back to us. So just beautiful. Hey Midge, hey Annie. Yeah. So this is where we're going. Now the card, I did just pull one card just before I started, and I'll pull some more just for some fun, because I like using the cards for fun. They have imagery, but I'll probably start channeling through as well. But the card that I pulled totally went with the light workers. The light workers are literally learning to jump off a cliff and trust their intuition now into where they're going, how they're going to create their reality as they go. Like there will always be resistance as we go through our story of, oh, I don't think I need that in my life, and then move it. But you have the power to move your story into what you love. So allow the resistance to be present. Just accept it as a guide of where you're going. they always tell me that there's nothing out in the nature of how reality has been created in a natural sense that doesn't have imperfection. Everything has imperfection. So otherwise we don't have room to evolve our soul. So that's really important. Okay, so this is the card that I pulled for the general at the moment, but this is more of a light worker's energy of ripeness. So this is what I mean by the proverbial jump off the cliff. Oh, it's backwards. See that plum has it's falling. It's decided it doesn't have to hold on to the tree anymore. It's trusting that its next journey is going to be amazing. And so it's let go of this beautiful foliage up here and its friends and everything that it needed. And it felt, no, it's time for me to take a leap of faith into myself and who I am as a whole plum. It sounds funny, but we're talking about human experience here. So the plum will then plummet to the ground, right? What happens when it touches the earth? So in other words, what happens when we touch our soul as the observer and actually start to listen to it? And then it will grow into the earth. So we're going backwards, is coming forwards here, as above as below, right? So the plum will then, all the flesh will fall off it. It starts to break away everything that it thinks it is of itself. So that's breaking away our program of who we thought we were. And then it starts to become the seed. What does the seed do? It starts to germinate, it starts to become something new. It's becoming an entity of itself. It's growing into something and it's creating its own reality. And that's literally what humanity is going to be going through. So just beautiful how we're going to start to rise into creating our own reality. And I literally, it would have been about, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, even more than that. I've got the date on the picture. I drew a picture of these times, predictions of these times years and years ago. The very first picture was of a hand. I'll bring it up another time. I'll show you the picture and somehow anyway. But it was, I first drew a hand with an hourglass, and all of the buildings were crumbling through the center of that hourglass and creating something new. We are in the center of that hourglass. We've been broken up. We're trying to figure out who we are authentically. And then when we fall to the ground, we create something new because we realize that we are the essence of ourselves and we've been creating our reality all along. It's just that we've gifted our ability to create our reality out to an outside source, which is have put their hand up to said, I'll lead you. We gave our power away and they've used our imagination to create the next step for themselves only, right? Not for you. And then the next picture that I drew for the prediction of our reality was of a new seed blooming and growing, and it has these beautiful leaves. And then down below is all these crumbled buildings. You know what? I think I'm going to go, if you just excuse me for 1 minute, I'm going to go get those two pictures and then I'll show you them. Hey, Sandra, so good to see you. So the first picture that I drew, just so you get a general feel of what's happening, was this one. So this was drawn in, it's a bit dusty. It's called The Shift, and I drew that in 2006. So you can see the buildings are crumbling. We're in the center of the hourglass, and we're creating a new reality. So that was the first one. So yeah, so long ago, and yet my guides had already prepped me for what was coming. And then this was done in 2014, and it's called The Awakening. And that's what we're coming into. So all the buildings are around there. I don't know if you can see them. They're a bit faint. There's a reflection on the glass. But so they're the two drawings, prediction drawings I did for now. We are literally learning to fall from the tree, take a jump, a leap of faith into the unknown, but with full support of ourselves, no longer looking for others to be able to support us and tell us who we are. We know who we are, and that's so important at the moment. Yeah, good day today, right? 2222222022. So many twos. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 twos. So we're talking 12, which is 3. So we're bringing partnership into creating. We're bringing partnership into reality. Like everybody who's starting to unify is going to start. Okay, another message just come through from those numbers. Everyone who's stepping into themselves sovereignly will be able to meet up with their true soul partners and true soul families to bring the energy that they came with, to ground it on earth and be able to create from that new energy. Okay, let's get into, thanks Sandra for that. Hey Midge, thanks, beautiful drawings. Thank you, Midge. There seems to be a lot of people on YouTube today. So let's see what the next card came out. Next card that came out for a general is innocence. So this man is a wise man, and he's an old man, but he's looking at that praying mantis like he is a child, because when we were children, we used to come from an innocence of who we are. And they keep on bringing me back recently, and maybe this will help you too, to when I was a little girl before the program set in. I remember looking down the end of my street like down the end of a street, and then going, oh my God, imagine what it's like, 2 houses down, and imagine what adventures can be found just beyond that limitation that I had never experienced. I've never been there before. I've never been to that park. I wonder what that would be like. That feeling of, I remember feeling excitement and adventure, and there was no fear whatsoever. It was just fun and games, because I hadn't been programmed with the fear. That's the feeling that they want us to get back to, that adventure of life and where we can go next, and to also sit present with nature itself and see the wonder of it. Because when we open ourselves up to the wonder of nature, we start to connect intuitively to it as well. So we're not just dissecting it like in a science lab to find out about it. We're literally intuitively tapping into the energy and the wisdom of the praying mantis, or whatever it is that's in front of you, of nature, because there's not one thing out there in nature that doesn't have a gift for you of wisdom. Everything can teach you something if you come from the innocence of who you are. Hey, Karina. Hey, Annie. Oh, is it poor quality again? Really? It isn't for me. That's so sad. It's I'm doing this through Restream. So something wrong with the Restream. I'll have to give them the thumbs down. I stopped it, and then I came. Yeah, that's really sad. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll just flow with this. I'm sure you can still hear and see me, even if I am all pixelated. Okay, so I'm going to pull another card as well with this one. So there's 2 cards that came out for this general reading as well. We've got sharing, and we've got letting go. Well, hello. I've put the other card back in the pile, but the letting go completely goes with, that fruit letting go and allowing itself to just be, supporting itself when it does let go. But also this card also represents letting go of anything that, like negative thoughts that you have been holding on to, and really seeing the pattern of those negative thoughts so that you can see them as just your logical brain grabbing from the past, projecting into the future. Let them go, because we don't want to create the same path again in our future. We want to create something new here, using our imagination and kickstarting that and sharing. So sharing is caring, right? but also sharing our gifts and our abilities as they come up. So if we start to step into something that's more outside the box, it could be, you know, into intuition, or into learning. We're all of a sudden getting these wisdom, this information coming through us that's beyond the program, that we can tap into, say, crystals, and get messages from them, or plants, or animals, or benevolent beings, or connection to our soul, or just wisdom of these energies that we're doing at the moment. All of that sort of stuff, they want us to share and express it now. We won't be poo-pooed so much, because we're starting to surround ourselves with the energies that will support us and the people that will support us. So before, when we shared stuff like that, we would have been, you know, shunned, you know, disarmed, made feel belittled, you know, especially within our family. But now we're coming up to our soul tribes. So they're asking us to start sharing again, because that wisdom, the more it's shared, the more it becomes solidified, or prominent in this reality. And then we can start to, our logical brain starts to come on board as an acceptance that is our reality now, this new reality that's coming up. Yeah, so that's really cool for the general. I'll just pick a couple of animal cards for general. I could do some tarot animal cards. I love the shamanic animal cards. They always have some beautiful messages. So bison and abundance. And abundance, okay, that's the other message I remember now that they brought through before. Okay, abundance, I'm going to read, and totally brings up what I actually wrote on a Facebook post. So I'm going to bring that up for us to listen to. We are literally stepping out of carrying our abundance on our back for others to take as they need when we get tired from carrying it and protecting it. We are learning to step into supporting ourselves and our wisdom to create the life we want, which means that not only the universe supports us moment to moment, but also no one can take what you gift yourself. And if they do, your support of yourself easily manifests more of that into your life. The program of there isn't enough for all to live in abundance is falling away, as those that are trying to control us while sitting on their mountain of wealth are finding they are constantly being slapped in the face with their own hand. This is due to the new frequencies only supporting a balanced inner journey, and humanity doing the inner work to realize where they gave their power away. In reflection, we are stepping up and knowing our worth deserves the desired life we always wanted to live. So I channeled that through a few days ago and posted it up on Facebook, on my Facebook page. So yeah, so important, just so important. Okay, I can possibly pull a couple of cards for somebody if they want me to do a quick general. I'll do a couple of cards for someone. Stay on for, how long is this thing going on? For another 20 minutes or so. Anyway, I do have another counselling session. I'm doing this in between my counselling sessions. So yeah, sorry that I haven't been live. I'll repeat that again. I said it at the beginning. It's just because I've been inundated with counselling. So Melita wants me to pull a card for her. Hey, Melita. Okay, Melita, you got the dream. So the dream is representing an expectation of your future, and you could be dreaming a beautiful future into existence, which is fantastic. But when it doesn't come into your reality, when you say you want it in your reality, this is all from your logical brain then, because it's trying to reach into something and make it happen exactly the right time, the right way, the right desired outcome. And it's asking, this card literally asks us to, it's okay to dream, but to let go of the dream as well, and how it actually happens, because the journey is more important. So if you have any sort of expectations of a dream coming true, to just let go of that and allow the experience to flow to you in unknown ways, because there is a better way for you to experience this dream coming true than what you would have ever expected. But your logical brain's still holding on to the way and the expectations of how it should play out, and so it's not allowing the dream to come true, which means it still stays as a dream and doesn't have any fruition in your life. It doesn't come to becoming part of your life in reality. So we want to get out of the dream and into manifesting it into our existence. And the only way to do that is allowance. Allow the journey to flow through you. So that was your message, Melita. Okay, who else? Okay, we have, after Melita, JP. Love it, P, please. JP from YouTube. What's the card? JP. Okay, we have two JP that came out for you. So we had the mind and we have the lovers. So it's telling me that you you're too much in your head at the moment to be able to bring to you the love that you are expecting for yourself, which you deserve and you absolutely should get, because everybody deserves to be reflected with love. But when you're in your head too much, the reflection becomes more entangled in your mind of expectations again. Here's that word again, right? Because the mind has set understanding of how reality should be, how people should react with you, and it's asking you to step back from your mind and let it fall away, because it doesn't know everything. That's your logical brain, right? It doesn't know everything. And just allow you to be present with yourself and loving who you are 100%. Then you'll automatically be bringing to you the love that you want from a reflection of other people coming into your life. So that's your message, JP. Who else can we have? What's the reading? Matthew. Oh, so we have three falling out here for you, Matthew. You have the ripeness card that we had right at the very beginning. So you're ripe to trust yourself now. We have two opposing messages here. We have the miser and we have creativity. So creativity is obviously to jump into what's going to make you happy and creative, and everything juicy about that. Trust that creativity of how you feel about yourself and what you want to do next, no matter what other people think of you, is going to lead you to more prosperity. But they're also wanting you to let go of the thought that you need to make sure that everything's safe before you jump, before you take the fall. You'll never, ever, in a way, we can never, ever feel absolutely 100% safe in any before we jump, unless we were completely present with ourselves and self-supporting who we were, so 100%. And so we, at the moment with the energies, we're going back and forth from our mind to trusting, to our mind to trusting, and we're just experimenting with that at the moment. So with that misery card, it's like letting go of that those thought patterns of that you have to make sure that everything's safe before you take a plunge into something. They're asking you to just jump and trust that your soul will kick in and your intuitive creativity will kick in, and you will start to create the life that you want as you go. That keeps you at the top of the cliff, so that you don't jump into creating the life that you want, and you keep on repeating only then what has happened in the past, and bringing that to you. So that's your reading, Matthew. Amy. So I'll just go back up to here, see what else is happening. My gosh, there's so many messages here. So Amy, I love a card too. We're really in the thick of lessons at the moment for our own self-growth and support. It's taking us to such a wonderful place, though. Amy, your card, it literally flew out. Then I'm going to also pick, so funny, and then those cards flew out for you too. Amy, you got the outsider, so that little child is an innocent child looking through a gate that somebody told it from long ago that you cannot possibly go through that gate. So in other words, if you had intuitive messages coming through of something, you might be blocking yourself from those messages because you're like thinking from that program of there's a gate there, I'm not allowed to possibly go through there. But beyond the gate is juiciness, it is beautiful colors, it is all of the chakras, it is the expansion of oneself. And you also got the peacock, which is vibrancy. So stepping into the beauty of who you are and being the goddess, like saying to yourself, I am allowed to be this. And maybe that is also, part of that outsider feeling of Am I stepping into who I am as the goddess of myself and the beauty of who I am, and allowing that to happen? Shift and change things. Sometimes we go through parts of our life where we go, I don't want to wear any makeup anymore because I feel I want to come to my authentic self. Then all of a sudden you start introducing makeup after you feel really comfortable with that, and then you start beautifying yourself. So just allow it to flow as you feel. There is no set, this is how you should be. The only set, this is how you should be, is exactly in the moment with how you feel about yourself. So, and have patience with yourself. So you've got the heron, which is patience as well. Create a place of nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So it's just allowing and accepting your life to be as you are in each moment. Just allow it to flow. Okay, so we've got, who else have we got? Okay, yeah, thanks for that, Matthew. You said hit the like button for algorithms. Thank you for that. Yeah, that does help for the algorithms, but whatever, however my life takes me, I always believe that the people that come to me are needing the messages, and whoever's not is not, it doesn't matter how many in the end, but that would help. If there is time, could you have a card for me? Isabella? Yes, there is time. Isabella. Isabella. Thank you for all your support, Matthew. I really do appreciate that, by the way. Isabella. Okay. Everything wanted to come out all at once, and then the one card that fell out for you has already fallen out before. Isn't that crazy? Of all of this pack of cards that we get the same card coming out. So innocence and stepping into innocence. And I know you just got a message about that I just said before, whether you're here or not. If you go back to the beginning of this video, you'll hear the message of innocence, which is for humanity. But the other card that came up for you is existence. So really stepping into being present, completely present with who you are right now in this moment is enough. It is enough. And allow all the striving to become something better, to be better. Let it fall away. Just be here in this reality and see what's happening around you and be present with that. And it will start to show you the beauty in everything around you, rather than you constantly striving to find something new and find the brilliance of something coming to you that's that could take you to the next step. They're saying to you, your next step is to just be here in this reality and enjoy each moment as it's happening. And that will lead you faster, quicker to the actual place, the juicy place that you are wishing to experience in the end. So because it's lined up with innocence, like really step into when you remind yourself of when you were a kid before the program came on board and you just didn't care. You'd go out, like you might have gone out into a sand pit and played with your friends or whatever it was, go on that swing and not care about the world. Remember the feeling of how that felt in your mind when you did that. There was no mind. It was just being present with the wind sweeping through your hair. I know when we were kids, we used to ride bikes, because I'm this old, without helmets. Being in my 50s, we didn't have helmets. So that feeling of the wind sweeping through your hair, and you could literally feel information coming at you. It was, and wisdom coming at you but being present with the experience was enough. It was just finding beauty in that. So that's what I'm getting for you, Isabella. Sumac. And he's like, I'm still processing the card activation for the last time, dear Bobby. Wow. That's so good that you're honoring and respecting that. I love that. Thank you, Amy, to say thank you. That's really nice. So lots of people from YouTube on here. We're going through YouTube and Facebook. I'm going to go back to, so Sumac, and then I will see what's after that. Sumac. What's going to come out for Sumac? We have, okay, Sumac, you might be going through some sort of, they're asking you to let go of everything at the moment because you're too much in your mind. And let me see what else comes out for Sumac. Okay, also they're telling me you're too much in your mind at the moment. So because you've got the suppression card, if you go out into nature and just find a place where you can just freaking scream and you can get it all out and just go, you know what, I don't care about anything anymore. I'm just going to, because you need to shake something up inside you. Otherwise, what can happen with suppression, if you don't shake it up, grab your pillow and scream in your pillow or something like that. Just go, I don't give a fuck anymore. This is who I am in this moment, and I'm just going to be present with this feeling of then when you do that, it will free you up so that you don't end up exploding in the wrong manner with the wrong people and pushing everybody in your life away that's there to help and guide you. Also, that was next to the Lover's card, so this could be relevant to a partnership or something that you're going through, somebody that's reflecting to you. It doesn't have to be a lover. It can be a friend or somebody has frustrated you. So that was your message. Sumac. And actually, honestly, Sumac, that's like a tower moment when you go through that. I've done it recently as well. And sometimes you just need to shake things up a bit and just get back to what you're lacking in yourself. What part of you are you expecting somebody else to feel and you're not feeling within yourself? So that would be the next message for you, which you channel through. Sorry, I'm getting a icky throat. Eliza. Lycee. Okay, that's too many. Let's not do that. Lycee, let's step into Lycee. One more round. I'm starting to feel that that was the card for you. So, Lycee, you got maturity. So, it's just coming to full circle of looking at everything that you have experienced, everything that you've been, and just being present with it and allowing the maturity of who you've turned into now to be present. Because it's kind of like, to me, this card is almost like the Wheel of Fortune card. I don't know if it does represent that, but that's what's coming up for me at the moment. Where you come full cycle and you've come to, it's kind of like you've come to the edge of one step and you're now prepared to step up to the next step. Sometimes that next step, when you go up onto it, it feels wobbly, right? So you might be in this place of, I'm just mature and I'm experiencing life and I'm feeling good about this. And now the next step that's coming, just allow it to feel a little vulnerable, a little wobbly. It's okay. You'll start to get used to that frequency as well. We've got to keep flowing with the energies that flow through us and not repress them, because it's expanding us more and more as we go, and becoming more and more into our powerful selves. We're learning literally, and you are right now learning to take the reins of your own reality and create the reality that you want. So this is you stepping into, this is my reality. I'm taking the reins. I'm going to direct where my life goes to next. If something comes at me or someone tells me I have to do certain thing and it doesn't resonate with what I am, I'm going to say to the universe, no, this is my reality. I thank you for that wonderful lesson of me being assertive. I am not allowing it in my reality. I'm going to be like water and I'm going to find a new path through my life to create something new. So that's fantastic. You're very welcome, Sumac. Right on point, he said. Court tomorrow. Oh, really? Go and shake that stuff out of you. Yeah. You are and then once you shake it out, once you shake that out and you get rid of that aggression, come back to the power of who you are and say to yourself, I create my reality. No, nobody else outside me. So this is what I'm going to accept in my reality. I'm not going to be a victim to this. I am strong enough to create what I want, the outcome that I want, and say it's for the benefit. Always take that power back, saying that it's for the benefit of everyone in my reality, that I take my power back and I say what I love, because it will also benefit those around you as well to take their power back too. And the reality of life will flow in your favor, as well as the favor of others. Even if they don't get what they want in that moment, it would be literally teaching them a lesson to stand in their power in the end. So yeah, Isaac, thanks a lot, Bobby. Cool. You're very welcome. Sandra, I'll give you a card, and then you're very welcome, Isabel. Sandra, I'll give you a card and see what comes for Sandra. Thank you very much, Sandra. She did some healing for me yesterday. She's trying a new healing out, and thank you so much for that. So I love the thought that everyone's stepping into the power of who they are and trying things out. Okay, so we've got for you, Sandra. Okay. No, Sandra. So it's funny. Okay. Okay, Sandra, for what I got for you is the letting go card. So I'm also getting from this, if you need to cry about something, just cry about it. Let it go. It's okay. to be feeling vulnerable in the moment, and allowing, if it creates ripples in the pond and everybody sees that, or you're affecting other people around you, then so be it. It needs to be done. You need to express who you are and allow yourself to let go into that, because the next card you got was aloneness. Once we start to really love who we are, when we are in our space of being alone, when we start to really embrace that feeling of aloneness and loving ourselves, fully supporting who we are, we're stepping into so much power. So this alone card really dictates, telling me you're starting to step into the power of self-supporting yourself, and that is a wonderful position to be in, so that you can become more, and then the next reflection of person that comes to you in your reality, you're no longer looking to them to fill any sort of lack within yourself. Okay, I'm going to leave now, because I've got to go do some more other things in my life, in my reality. I'm so grateful to be part of allowing you to let me into your life. Thank you so much with these readings, and to be present with all of this. Next, I'll try to keep doing these every week. But if, for instance, I've still got other things coming up with Kevin Moore, who wants me to be part of things. If things start to get a little out of hand, then the general readings might fall wayside for a little bit, but I will always come back to them as I feel a call to. And I also have a new video coming up with Campbell from I always get that wrong, his channel, but he's doing it on the Spiral Up channel. So look out for that interview that we had. We had a big chat together. I think he's bringing that up in the next couple of days. And I also have my own channel message that's come through, which I am premiering tonight at 8:30. I'm also an intuitive counselor, so if you go on my website, codestoanewreality.com, you'll find that as an intuitive counselor. Many blessings to everyone. What a beautiful energy. We are literally taking our power back, guys. This is it. We are shifting reality. Thank you so much for being part of this. Love you guys. Bye.